don't beat yourself up about something that you can't control and you can't handle. It happened. It happened. You can't change it. It's already happened. Keep walking forward. Keep moving forward. So, what's up, everybody? If you're new to my channel, hello, hello, hello. Usually, well, in the past I did story times, and I actually have another story to share with you guys. Don't mind the background, I'm just in my closet, but it just ran across my mind and I wanted to share. Now, before I get into the story, I do not need the negativity. So this is my story, what I went through. People experience different things, they go through different things, and not everyone acts the same way. So just put that out there. And if you are with your kids and you don't want them to hear the story, let them, you know, pause, tell them to leave, whatever. But, you know, I just wanted to let you guys know that everything is not always perfect. Things are not always what it seems. And, you know, I went through something very terrible when I was a teenager. I was 13 years old. I was a baby thinking that she was grown. You know, when you're big and you're developed and you just feel like you're grown, like I ain't got to listen to you, whatever. I remember when I was 13, okay? And my mom, there was these guys in the neighborhood that moved in, and my mom, and she kept telling me, she was like, she kept seeing the way that they were looking at me. Every time I would go check the mail, they'd run outside. Every single time, you know, I was at the pool in the complex. Oh, look who shows up at the pool. Every time I had to go wash clothes across the street, guess who showed up to wash the clothes? So she used to be like, stay away from that boy. He's 18. There was another, no, this dude was 21. He had a friend that was 18, and then he had another guy friend who was 23, and then there was someone else who was like 40 that lived in that house. And yeah, you know, as a kid, you don't really understand the dangers. And me, I was just like, whatever, like, what is she talking about? Whatever. So I didn't really think, just a little naive. I was always naive when I was a child. And you know, I remember one day I was walking, I just got my hair done at my friend's house, and she lived literally right next door to him. I had to cut around the back, and he was like sitting outside, I guess like in the front, and then he saw me and then ran in the back and was like, hey, let me see your hair. And you know, I always see him all day, every day, so it wasn't a big deal to me. I was just like, okay. So he was like, hey, come here. So I'll walk around the back. And little did I know, it was a little trap. And I was raped by multiple people in the house. And I'm able to talk about it now because I'm no longer a child. You know, let me tell you, right after that happened, I ran home, I jumped in the bath, and I cried. And I remember not even telling my mom. Like, that's what I mean about, like, people react a certain way. I remember blaming myself, like, why did you go back there? It was your fault. You know, like, kids, you just play, I don't know. I played so many games in my mind, and it was just like, you know, me, my fault. So I confided in a teacher because I was too embarrassed to tell my mother. And when I confided in her, she told my mother, obviously. And yeah, it just became this very known thing in my neighborhood. And to try to go through school, and we had a very small neighborhood, maybe like 50 apartments, and that's very small. Everybody was like right next door to each other. So to be able to go to school and to finish, you know, I was on my way to ninth grade, but to enter ninth grade in a new high school, and everybody already know, like, what happened, and they're like, oh, you're the girl who got raped, and blah, blah, blah. You know, that kind of does something to you. It's not something that everybody has to go through. So to have that on your shoulders going through high school was a tad bit much for me. But, you know, I pulled it through as much as I could. It was just like, at that point in time, oh my God, my whole life like went left. I started acting out, I started misbehaving because of the things that I was going through, and I couldn't express myself because I was way too embarrassed about what happened. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody's story is different. I know it happens to multiple people. It happens all the time. It happens every day. And, you know, don't feel afraid. That is my point. Do not feel afraid to talk to someone about it. I never ever thought in a million years, especially as a child, that I would be able to stand here and even make a video about this, let alone, like, you know what I mean? Like, just even say what happened. Like, therapy, anything. Like, I didn't go through any of that. Like, I suppressed a lot of that, and it was just, so yeah, that's what happened. Keep an eye on your children. You know what I mean? That's probably why, like, the things that I've been through, it's just, it makes me so cautious to every freaking little thing. So that is my story. I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to cry and make some long video about it. You know, if you are going through any type of situations and, you know, you're afraid to talk to someone about it, talk to somebody. I don't care if it's a stranger, you email them, or somebody that, you know, you're comfortable with at school or at work or whatever. But, you know, definitely get the help that you need, because I'm so thankful for my mom. Needless to say, they're not around anymore, and the situation was handled. Like, that's all I'm going to say about that. But I did have to go through court and a whole lot of stuff after that. So just keep your head up. Know that there is a brighter day. Know that there is a tomorrow. That's the most important thing. Don't beat yourself up about something that you can't control and you can't handle. It happened. It happened. You can't change it. It's already happened. Keep walking forward. Keep moving forward. That's all you can do. So until next until next time, guys, I will see you for our next vlog. All right. Peace.
So it's not nice. Yeah.
See you tomorrow.